Hello, here Al Nilein News as we cover the breaking news from Sudan.
Dr. Badr Abdel Ati, Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Egyptian expatriate, has met today with his British counterpart Yvette Cooper on the sidelines of the Antalya Diplomacy Forum. The meeting was held within the framework of regular bilateral consultations aimed at strengthening strategic relations and exchanging views on evolving regional developments. According to an official statement by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the discussions focused heavily on regional stability. Minister Abdel Ati highlighted Egypt's ongoing efforts to contain the current escalation in the Middle East. He expressed hope that the ongoing US-Iranian negotiations would lead to a sustainable ceasefire and foster understandings necessary to bring a definitive end to this conflict. Regarding the situation in Sudan, Minister Abdel Ati emphasized the urgent need to secure a humanitarian truce as a precursor to a comprehensive ceasefire. He underscored the necessity of launching an inclusive, strictly Sudanese-led political process. Furthermore, the minister stressed that the unimpeded delivery of humanitarian aid to the Sudanese people remains a top priority. He also reviewed Egypt's active role within the framework of the International Quartet, the Quad, to resolve the crisis, reaffirming Cairo's commitment to regional peace and security. The United Nations Humanitarian Coordinator for Sudan, Denise Brown, has warned that the country is facing a state of international abandonment. Simultaneously, Hao Liang-shu, UN Under-Secretary General and Associate Administrator of the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, confirmed that Sudan is currently grappling with one of the world's most acute public health emergencies. In statements made to Agence France Presse, AFP from Khartoum, Brown argued that labeling the Sudanese conflict as the forgotten crisis is no longer accurate. It is more precise to describe it as an abandoned crisis, she stated. She emphasized that the scale of violation documented by the United Nations, including systemic sexual violence and mass killing, demand immediate and decisive international intervention. Addressing the armament of the Rapid Support Forces, RSF militia, Brown highlighted the continuous influx of weapons from external sources. She noted that these shipments constitute a direct violation of the arms embargo imposed on the Darfur region, a factor that significantly contributes to the protraction of the war between the army and the terrorist militias. Speaking from her office in Khartoum, one of the few remaining functional structures in a city center ravaged by RSF, Brown questioned the lack of effective international mobilization compared to other global crises that have garnered widespread public and official attention. The world has yet to act with the urgency required to halt these atrocities, she remarked. On Friday, the shores of Lake Nubia in Wadi Halfa, northern state in Sudan, were the site of a distressing environmental incident as large quantities of dead fish washed ashore. The cause of mass mortality remains officially undetermined, sparking widespread concern over a potential ecological catastrophe. While the exact circumstances remain shrouded in ambiguity, local residents have voiced a significant apprehension regarding the possible leakage of toxic substances into the lake. Suspicion is primarily directed towards artisanal and unregulated mining activities prevalent in the region, which often use hazardous chemicals. Conversely, some observers suggest that such phenomena can occur during a period of extreme temperature fluctuations, which may affect dissolved oxygen levels. However, experts emphasize that only a formal technical investigation can definitely distinguish between a natural environmental stress and chemical poisoning. Lake Nubia represents the southern extension of Lake Nasser within the Sudanese territory. As one of the largest water bodies in the country, it serves as a critical pillar for food security and primary income sources for the local population. Any sustained contamination poses a direct threat to the regional ecological equilibrium and the viability of the local fisheries.